To France, where President Emmanuel Macron is set to meet more than 200 mayors of areas affected by days of unrest following the police shooting of a teenager. The turmoil comes amid controversy surrounding a fundraiser for the policeman who shot dead the 17-year-old last week, sparking nationwide unrest. Politicians from the centre and left of the political spectrum have condemned the fundraising initiative, which was started by a far-right media commentator. They've called it shameful and scandalous. So far, more than $1 million has been raised for the police officer via the GoFundMe platform. A separate appeal for the family of the teenager, Niall M., who was killed, has raised significantly less. Donations for the family are currently standing at around $215,000. Well, let's cross live now to our correspondent Jenny Hill, who's in Marseille. Jenny, I want to ask you about that meeting that's going to be held by Emmanuel Macron in just a minute. But first, I wonder if you can tell us more about the experience in Marseille, what's been happening there.
Yeah, it's been pretty calm here the last couple of nights, probably because the authorities here, as they have across France, have kept in place measures to try to stop outbreaks of violence. 45,000 police, of course, across the country's streets. Last night, there were helicopters flying overhead, keeping an eye, but very, very calm. And I think the authorities here, as they probably are across most of the country, are starting to think that perhaps the worst is over. No one's getting complacent yet, and we hear here that those measures will remain in place. So public transport, for example, will stop early evening, more police officers on the street, that kind of thing. But I think there is a hope that perhaps those riots have now begun to subside.
It's so beautiful, the scene behind you. Was there a lot of damage?
Yeah, there has been a lot of damage, and we're starting to get in early estimates of the cost of these riots across the country. One business association here reckons that companies have been damaged to the tune of €1 billion nationwide.